So in talking with one of the largest nursing home associations in the country, we realized that they being the residents, eat in areas where it's hard to wear masks. So just like the PTAC with bipolar can work in a motel or hotel room, a lot of the resident rooms of nursing homes, which are some of the most acute areas of need, right? Like people are literally dying for higher levels than just about everywhere else. So the challenge became, how do we deal with the hallways and common areas? How do we deal with the areas where the seniors are eating because you take your mask off? And so that opened up the whole door to the tabletop system. And what we realized is the same device that was going to be the photoplasma that can produce the ions and the ultraviolet for mobile disinfection could also be applied for tables. This had come up months ago with a wedding event where we put the disinfection cylinders. Those are the larger of the three different size portable devices in the corners of the banquet hall for the wedding. But then when people got to their tables, they're taking off their masks. Now you're at risk of really, whether you're laughing, coughing, even just talking, emitting something where you're asymptomatic is the real danger.
Right.
So what we found is if you put these on a table, you in effect had a more personal space, whether it was a group of 4, 6, or 8 people, great. Then imagine if I'm, fist left and right are 2 different people. If those pathogens are crossing over and I'm the center of the table, well, you're at risk of giving your friends in your nursing home COVID. Not good. And you may not know you've gotten it from your grandchild, 2 days ago. So the thought was also for just general dining in restaurants that this would be useful, not senior citizens, in a nursing home. And what we found is the electricity became a challenge. So in each one of these examples, like we have a solution to a challenge, and then we're faced with some problems and we've got to tune and refine. We got to kill this thing in as many different ways possible and strategize. Well, it turns out that we can find with those small, about 10-inch across devices, places on walls that have outlets because they just plug right in with a cord. And the table can be, set against the wall. Imagine a banquet room that has, freestanding tables. Like, it's a challenge with electricity that, extension cords, all kinds of things running around, versus at a family dining restaurant that may have booths or tables up against the wall. So we wanted to have solutions for both. And what we came up with was a battery-powered option. And we needed enough duration of juice in the battery and enough amperage to be able to cover the device that uses about 10 watts for 4 to 8 hours, not for 40 minutes, because we didn't want to create a burden for the owner of the restaurant or the manager of the nursing home at, dinner time, whatever it is. And so I went out personally after poking around the internet to REI, the camping, resource for a little outdoor living. And I found a battery. I'll pull it up. This is one that is able to really provide the juice, and it's rechargeable. And you can plug the devices in. We also got the adapter that has up to 2 or 3 different outlets. And this is rechargeable. This will run multiple hours. And the idea was to have a tabletop device that could have the disinfection on either side. And the thought was you'd make a table centerpiece, could have a vase with a flower on it, and then the combination of the ions and the ultraviolet that are cleaning the air are emitted around, in the case of a circle or a larger square or rectangular table, and it becomes a centerpiece that's standalone. And it's really got the industrial strength horsepower. It's not just some little gimmick that you're hoping is cleaning the air. It's really doing the job at a high level. So challenge was first with something like the hotels and motels cleaning the air in the room. That didn't solve the problem for the dining areas in the hospitality. The PTAC system led to the mobile disinfection carts. And then in the course of those conversations, also looked at the dining for the tabletops. And that all led to what is ultimately a question of how do you communicate that to your people, that you as an owner have done something to the, to the facility. You're proactive
right.
at doing something positive.